This is the third video in a row that I've made on Supermicro because I think it's important. I think it's important to recognize we're not playing in a fair game, and there are cheaters and there are people who basically try to survive by screwing you and I. Okay, that's the way the game's played. We're the retail buyers, and we're fair game. Okay, so this is what's happening. And it isn't the first time this has happened. I've been around. I saw Enron in 2001 just totally screw the market, and nobody went to jail. Some people got their hands slapped. And then WorldCom, just over in Mississippi, did the same thing in 2002. And then Bernie Madoff, he went after the whole Jewish population. He screwed his own synagogue members and his own family. This is just part of the game. And then in 2008, right after Bernie, we saw Lehman Brothers. And again, I don't think anybody from Lehman Brothers went to jail. But the whole financial markets collapsed, and nobody gets slapped on the hand. They just say, well, that's the way the game's played. You know, it's the same thing that goes on in Las Vegas. Let the retail investors just be wise. This is the way the game's played. And then just in 2021, Hertz, our Kraft Heinz, was found guilty of financial manipulation. So this is not new. But I feel it's my responsibility, if I become aware of it, to make you aware of it so that you know to get away from it. Now, I've done 2 videos on it, and some people are saying, yeah, but the price is going up, so I'm just going to pay attention and I'll get out before the crash comes. Oh my God, you don't know who you're sleeping with. These people, you think the cartel's bad, that the cartel will kill your mother in order to pay for your drugs. These people are beyond that. They're dealing in much, much bigger money. And I want to just make this apparent to you. Take a look at this is a Excel spreadsheet I put together to try to explain what exactly is happening. Starting in 2021, I'm showing you their revenue, the number of shares that are reported as outstanding shares, the earnings and the earnings per share, and what is being reported, and then all of a sudden, some things aren't being reported. You'll see that their shares are back in 2021, 438 million, and they grow reasonably. And then in 2024, the shares jump from 538 million to 2,827,000,000. Now, what is that? Well, these are not shares that are recorded as outstanding. They're sitting in the headquarters of Supermicro in a box that says that we took out, dropped down to long-term debt, and you can see that in 2023, their long-term debt was $120 million. And then it jumped up to $1.7 billion in 2024. What they did was they said, hey, we need some money. And so here's what we'll do. You loan us the money. And some of this money was loaned at a 0 interest rate. And it then said, if the stock price, as the stock price goes down, you can redeem your debt, your bonds for shares, and we will honor those shares, and you can sell them on the open market. Well, but you need to make payments on this debt on a regular basis. Well, they stopped making payments. So just this past week, these same debt holders came back and said, look, we want out of this, and Supermicro said, well, we got a new deal for you. We'll pay you 2.5% interest on that debt, and then we'll give you redemption rights once the shares increase in price by 150%. You can redeem those shares and still collect the 2.5% interest, and you'll make 150% on your or 50% on your money. And they said, okay, we'll take another 700 million. And that's what happened just this last Monday. They signed up for another 700 million. So the total debt went up from 1.7 billion to 2.8 billion, and the shares went up from 100 or 2.8 million to 2.844 million. So now we have a group of people who are shareholders of, and they're not declared shareholders. We are only showing 538,000 outstanding shares. These others are not outstanding. They're in a box at Supermicro's headquarters, and they have a note on them that when the price of the stock goes up 150%, and it's somewhere, as you can see, the target price I put at $64.32. It's somewhere between $60 and $65 per share. When it hits that price, these people's the bells go off, and the confetti falls down, and they come in and collect their shares, and then go to the open market and sell them. Well, guess who's going to buy them from them? Guess who? It's not the other people who understand what's going on. It's not the executives. They've already liquidated. They know what's happening when the target price is hit. They liquidated before. No, I got a comment on my last video. Well, the Korean so-and-so, South Korean, I don't know, whoever, is buying a lot of shares. Aren't they the smart money? Are you kidding me? Do you think these people look at their books? I mean, all you've got to do is get into Supermicro's books, and you can see, I show you here, in 2021, they had a long-term debt of $34.7 million. It went up substantially to 147, and then it came down to 120 in 2023, and then look what happened in 2024, 120 to million to 1.771 billion, and then they added another billion since since the start of 2025. I mean, Enron, WorldCom, Bernie Madoff, Lehman Brothers. How do we have to spell this name? SMCI. You don't recognize that? Translates to Enron, WorldCom, Bernie Madoff, and Lehman Brothers. You're being conned. I don't know any other way to put it. And at least, and let me do a disclaimer. That's how I read the books. Now, if you're SMCI and you're the CFO, and you can tell me, you can come on my YouTube channel and sit right here and tell me how I'm reading these books wrong, I will allow, yes, come. Tell me I'm stupid. Tell me I can't read the financials. Show me where this is all wrong. But if I'm right, and you declare your earnings at $2.62 a share, based on 538,000 million shares, the reality is your earnings per share are 68 cents per share. And the last time your stock had a earnings per share of 68 cents per share, it sold for somewhere around $5 a share. And that's what your stock is worth. Now show me I'm wrong. Come on my channel and show me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, that's how I see it. If you think this just can't happen, I'm speaking to my subscribers. Watch the movie this weekend called The Big Short, and see how the stock market every so many years gets duped, is lied to, and they just let it happen. Charles won't go to jail. It won't happen. We had House South here in Birmingham. Richard Scrooge did the same damn thing. Now he went to jail. He's now a preacher down in Texas. I don't know. You can't make this stuff up. It's real world. It happens, and be aware of it. Stop the thing and take these numbers and take them to your financial advisor and ask him, look into this and tell me if Kerry's full of shit. Okay? And then let me know what he says. Talk to you again tomorrow. No, I'll talk to you probably on Monday.